before I could really understand. But here's the parts in which I remember. My mom and biological father never had the best relationship, and I was always moving from one house to another. My biological father's house every few days, and then to my mom's. My mom and my biological father never got along, at least not that I know of. When I saw them, they always yelled at each other or were mad at each other. Even on the phone, I could always see their frustration, and it hurt. But I continued to act positive and happy that maybe someday they would start to like each other a bit more. I started to get used to the situation. Eventually, my mom started being with guys, and none of them lasted long, since most of them were jerks. That is, until she met my stepdad. I was a bit unsure and awkward about it at first, but I got used to him after a few months, and eventually we left my grandma's house and we lived with him. We eventually moved to another apartment, and that's when I knew it was official that we were staying with him. I barely ever spoke to my dad. I think it was my 9th or my 8th birthday when I last saw him in person. I'm 12 now, and I knew that my dad sucked. And I also knew that I would have to push through no matter how I felt, so that I wouldn't worry my mom, as she had sacrificed so much for me. So I hid my feelings and let things go on as they would. I still couldn't seem to show my feelings because I've been hiding for so long that I don't even know how to show them or express them. I went to school, and in 3rd and 4th grade, they never really taught me anything, so I had to go into tutoring, and it sucked. It still sucks. I never understood why I had to do it after I was taught the stuff I needed to be taught. So when I had to continue doing it, even though it wasn't even close to what we were being taught at school, I was confused and frustrated and still am. But I would never show too much since I knew it wouldn't change anything. I would often cry by myself quietly so that they wouldn't know. I always hid, and it hurt. I did my best to seem happy and goofy so they couldn't tell me how I actually felt. It worked, but it hurt. I didn't know if I felt proud and happy or disappointed and unhappy about me, successfully hiding myself to make sure they were happy. And everything was okay. So whenever they yelled or got mad at me, I was surprised, upset, and hurt. I felt like I could never be understood. But then I realized, how could they understand if I never expressed myself? I knew I should show myself and stop hiding. But it became a part of me to hide. I knew if I wanted to be heard and understood, that I should express myself instead of keeping myself hidden.